What's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name's Scythe, and today we're going to be taking a look at NPLUSPLUS. Now, a little bit of history of this game is that there was the original game called N, millions of years old, and it's actually a free browser-based game that's pretty similar to this one already. I remember playing that a very long time ago. I'm pretty sure it was actually on Newgrounds and everything. Very cool game concept, though. This is NPLUSPLUS, of course, which is kind of like the newest version on PS4 and recently just ended up coming out on Steam. So we're going to play a little bit of it today. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to commentate coherently while playing it because it's kind of one of these platformy Super Meat Boy games that takes a lot of concentration. So, yeah. But anyway, before we get started, very much if you would ninja karate chop the like button for me, helps me out more than you know. So this is just a basic rundown of the controls. Is just running, jumping, hold the jump for longer. Gonna be playing with a controller today, of course. Wall jumping at angles and ends up making you go a little bit differently and just ends up making you kind of fly up in the air a little bit more. If you land on a flat surface, as it shows on the top right, you'll end up dead, while you'll be safe if you end up landing on a smaller surface. Now, or angled surface, I mean. Now, one of the things that I think is so cool about this game, as I was playing it, is that the levels are kind of, I guess I would call it like a chapter. So it's like A-00 right here has 5 different levels, and our time, I mean, I guess I'll just show you, but as soon as we begin, our time is counting down right now at the top middle of the screen. And we're getting more time as we're gathering these little points, right? Now that we've completed the level, our time carries over into the next phase. So potentially, it means that the game is getting harder and harder as you end up progressing further and further, because it means you could end up having less and less time to actually complete the level and stuff like that, right? So even like right here, you know, you could potentially end up having quite a bit of trouble actually getting that. Probably an achievement for getting all the coins and stuff like that. Like even this level, you can see there's just so many of them, which I don't really care about. I just want to rush for it, because otherwise getting all of those is just like, good luck with that, man. Seriously. Very fluent controls. Your character is a little bit floaty, yes. But the fact of the matter is that it works just as you would expect. You know, the controls are tight. This game is already like a million years old, so of course it had better be. And typical of these Super Meat Boy types of games like this one, of course, this game, of course, is a lot older than Super Meat Boy, so rip me for actually referencing it all the time. But typical of these types of games, you know, if we ended up touching any of the spikes that are around, we would end up dead instantaneously. And later on, you know, they introduce, like, there'll be missiles that kind of homing rockets and stuff like that that'll end up tracking you, and so on and so forth as we kind of progress through the game. But we're going to skip over to B right here because they're trying to introduce newer mechanics. What are those? Yeah, that's what I thought. So as soon as you end up touching those, you touch them once, and then it turns into a spike. So it's kind of like a permanent point of no return. Very cool mechanics in this game. That's for sure. You know, very, it ends up getting real difficult lately, especially if you don't, or in later levels is what I mean. Especially if you don't really understand the concept of how the game works. Like that right there. Oh man, I can't even believe, rip. I can't even believe that I'm getting myself destroyed by these things. But I'm also not really that experienced with the game, so I don't really know how the momentum actually works just yet. But that's the whole point. That's kind of the key about this game, is the momentum. So, ooh, what is going on here? Is this like a block that would end up, oh, it's a trampoline, huh? I see. And I guess, yeah, so you gotta kind of time it properly with an actual trampoline momentum function, yeah. Speaking of momentum all over the place, this one, they're trying to desperately show us that move, which I couldn't perfect that one, but hey, whatever. The other thing that's really cool, too, is you can always, like, just repeat the level, like, over and over again, just until you end up getting it right. And every time you retry, of course, your time is going to kind of reset to the point that it was just before you ended up starting the level. So we could keep retrying it until we get a perfect run like that, and you could just kind of keep doing that at your leisure as many times as you want, right? So now they're actually introducing this laser over here, which, ooh, this is already going to be a little bit of a problem. Yee! And you can see all the coins right there as well. Could have ended up being very difficult to try and get them all because as we're grabbing them, underneath them is more spike blocks. So, rip. You can really see how this game could potentially end up being very infuriating in the best way possible. And of course, too, as you can see in the top right, this game goes up to 4-player co-op locally, which is absolutely awesome that you could end up playing this game with friends. I could totally see it being chaos. We'll go through these sea levels right here, just so I can kind of show you some of the later game mechanics here. And then we'll kind of call it for a day because there's not really that much else to actually explain about the game. Even just talking about this game in general, it's like you kind of already understand the entire concept of the game just by watching it. Like even that homing creature right there, which is very reminiscent of stuff they ended up doing in Super Meat Boy, which I'm referencing that game a lot, but like I said, the original of this game ended up coming out a long time ago. Excuse me, my cat actually just jumped off of me like a freak. So what do we got here then? Aha, so that block would end up destroying us? Or would it? Oh, I see. We had to get that thing out of the way so that we could hit the lever. Okay, cool. Probably would have ended up killing us. I don't really know. That's okay. I'm assuming these are gonna be... Ooh. Aha, so it's like swamps going on, huh? That was pretty easy, but it's nice that the game is introducing us into these functions rather than... Ooh, we're getting target locked as well. So this could potentially end up going very badly for us. That's the thing too, like with the way that this game's designed, man, like I could totally see it could be a lot of fun, you know, especially when you get to the more difficult levels and stuff like that. Let's take a peek at these. I want to see what this is all about. Nope. Okay, nope, rip me. Let's try that same thing again. I guess right now they're just trying to show us that, okay. Just trying to show us that those walls are just death, and that's all there is to it. I see, because that could have ended up going very badly for us. Ooh, boy. Now we got our one of these trampoline things. There we go. And getting all of the coinage would be difficult because you'd have to rocket all the way up to the top without actually hitting the ceiling. Uh-oh. What are you guys? Whoa, my goodness gracious. Whoa. Okay. I understand. These things could end up being very deadly then. Jeez, they move so quick too? Okay, I understand. Oh boy, do I understand though? Yes, okay, we're good. We're good. Oh man, that's so tricky. Whoo! I'm like gripping the controller like some kind of freak, like seriously. Hi-ya-ya. Oh. Are you kidding me? Like seriously? So we gotta go all the way over there now. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna end up killing me. No! Oh man, can we end up getting through here quick enough? Yes, we can. No, we can't. Okay. Oh man, I'm getting too greedy for it. That's the thing. Wow. All right, let's see. Can we end up hitting this? Are we dead right now? Yeah, we're totally dead, aren't we? Oh no, we're good. Okay. All right. All right, I'm getting too greedy. Oh man, that was too close, man. I can see, yeah, this game's gonna be a lot of fun. But anyway, links are in the description for everything, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it helped sway your opinion of whether or not you want to get this game. There's tons of levels, tons of multiplayer stuff, and I think there's like what, well over like 200 levels, and they're all like handcrafted. That's kind of the big thing that they keep talking about too, is that it's all handmade levels. Not to mention, there's actually a level editor as well. So the possibilities, man, they're absolutely crazy. But anyway, thanks for watching. Very much appreciate it. Sayonara, and stay epic, everybody.